Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Orange County School Board's public hearing for Tuesday, December 6, 2022. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Board members are attending both virtually and in person, so let me do a quick roll call. Vice Chair Gallo.
Present, Madam Chair.
Member Salamanca.
Present.
Thank you. Member Farrant.
Present.
Member Gould.
Present.
Member Felder.
I'm here.
Member Dr. Kester Dental. Don't think she's able to join us. And Member Byrd.
Good evening.
Thank you, and obviously I'm here. I also wanted to take just a moment to remind the public that the board members will not be engaging in outside electronic or digital communication during the meeting so that we can focus on the business before us. To my fellow board members and to our staff or anyone else who is speaking, remember to talk directly into the mic so that we can pick you up and it can be heard on YouTube and Orange TV or whatever else it's on. Yeah, Orange TV. Again, thank you so much for participating. We will begin with a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And now for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, let me just check if we have any callers. Okay. We do have one member of the public who is here with us today to speak to the rezoning of 47EW4. So we will take that up when we get to it. Let's begin with public hearing 4.02, request approval of the technical rezoning for Tupperware Heights to Commerce, August 2023. And Dr. Vasquez, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This afternoon, staff will be presenting 4 rezoning proposals to the board. We will need approval from the board to be able to move forward on each of those rezonings.
And I'm going to ask our staff, since we have some new board members, if you can introduce yourself before you speak. Thank you.
I'm Stacy Neal, Director for Student Enrollment.
And I'm Renata Parobce, Senior Administrator from Student Enrollment.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, pre-evening. Once again, I'm Stacy Neal, Director for Student Enrollment, and I want to thank you for joining us for the public hearing where we will be presenting the rezoning for 1 relief, a technical, and 2 targeted. This evening, we are bringing forward options for 1 technical, 2 targeted, 1 relief, Tupperware Heights, The Ridge, and 47EW4. All relief schools have a unique name that follow a specific naming convention. In this example, 47 is the OCPS real estate number. E shows that this is an elementary relief school. W is the West Learning Community. 4 is the school board member district. All rezonings follow, no matter how small, follow school board policy JC. A quick review of the 8 steps of this policy. Steps 1 through 4, staff with approval from the superintendent begin the process with the creation of a timeline and meeting with internal stakeholders. Staff conducts research and data collection, then create possible options or options for the rezoning. Step 5, staff holds a community meeting to present options. We explain the process and answer any questions. Step 6, the rule development workshop. Step 7, the public hearing. Step 8 is in regards to the housing of the rezoning notebook. At both the rule development workshop and the public hearing, the community is invited to speak. To describe the scope of the rezoning, we use terms technical, targeted, and relief school rezonings. Technical, no students are involved. Targeted, these are selected areas and are recommended to be removed and there are students involved. Relief school rezoning, a new school is opening, and that is a larger scope of students. This policy, once again, is adhered to whether we rezone for a new school, a neighborhood, or vacant land. Pictured here is the timeline for this rezoning. We held our community meeting September 20th. The rural development workshop was October 18th, and we're here tonight, December 6th, for the public hearing. We have also provided the timeline for the specific rezonings that will be in effect. Tupperware Heights and the Ridge, if approved tonight, will commence for the school year 2023-2024 school year. The Relief School will commence for 2024-25 school year, 47E. Grandfather transfers are offered to students to ease rezoning transition. To be eligible for this transfer, a student must fit one of the following three criteria. Rezoned two or more times by OCPS during a school level. So for example, K through 5, 6 through 8, or 9 through 12. Rezoned from an existing school to an existing school, or there are rising 5th, 8th grader zoned to a relief schools. Families may apply for the grandfather transfer on the student enrollment page of the OCPS website. The deadline for applying for the grandfather transfer is April 30th of the year prior to the school's opening. Transportation is not provided, and each student must meet the transfer eligibility. Renata's put up on the screen where to find the information on our website. So you go to the OCPS website, student enrollment, transfers. Collection of community feedback. Families were also given the opportunity to provide their input on a rezoning in the following three ways. They were able to submit online survey found on the student enrollment website under the web page Rezoning Initiatives. Or they could submit a petition or email me directly at stacy.neal@ocps.net. All input is provided to the school board members, and we provide the school board members both a summary of the responses and a copy of the emails, petitions, and a spreadsheet with survey data. Any duplication of input is not included in the totals. Okay. So now, the first rezoning is a technical rezoning of Tupperware Heights. Tupperware Heights is split between Endeavor Elementary School and Oakshire Elementary School. Please review the map where you can see the red lines represent the current elementary school zones. The area we are proposing to be rezoned is in yellow, along with the adjacent property. Currently, there are no OCPS elementary students residing there. It is expected to generate 110 elementary students. The recommendation is to move the targeted area and the adjacent property from Oakshire to Endeavor. This will allow for the entire development to be zoned for the same school. If this rezoning is approved, this is how the zones are going to look. The purple area is Endeavor Elementary, and the green area is Oakshire. The rezoning would commence in August 2023. This concludes this section of the presentation. Dr. Vasquez.
Madam Chair.
Thank you. All right, we have no public comments. I just want to confirm that. That being the case, any board comments? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Vice Chair. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh, there we go.
Second by Member Felder. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Wait, I'm sorry, let me check. Member Gould, are you in favor?
Are you? Aye.
Thank you. Member Salamanca?
Aye.
All right, motion carries with all members participating, I can't say present, voting in the affirmative. All right, we'll move on to our next public hearing.
The second rezoning is the targeted rezoning of the Ridge. The Ridge is split between Apopka Elementary and Wheatley Elementary. Please review the map where you can see again the red lines represent the current elementary school zones. The Ridge development is the yellow area. The area we are proposing to be rezoned is the hashed area along with the adjacent property. There are currently no OCPS elementary students residing in the targeted area. That's the hash mark area on the map. There are 2 elementary students residing in the adjacent properties. These are in the colored salmon or pink area. The targeted area expects to generate 95 elementary students. The recommendation is to move the Ridge and the adjacent properties from Wheatley Elementary to Apopka Elementary. This will allow for cleaner lines and for the entire development to be zoned for the same school. If the rezoning is approved, this is how the zones are going to look. The purple area is Apopka Elementary and the green area is Wheatley Elementary. This concludes the presentation for the Ridge Elementary part of the targeted rezoning. Dr. Vasquez.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Again, I don't believe we have any public comments on this rezoning. I just want to check before opening up to the board. Any board discussion? If not, is there a motion? Thank you. We have a motion by Member Byrd. Do we have a second? Second by Vice Chair. All present in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Member Gould?
Aye.
Member Salamanca?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members participating in motion, voting in favor. Dr. Vasquez?
This area of the targeted rezoning is also split between Apopka High and Wekiva High schools. Please review the map where you can see the blue lines represent the current high school zones. The area in yellow is the Ridge. The hashed area is the targeted area. There are currently no OCPS high school students residing in the targeted area. The targeted area expects to generate 20 high school students. The recommendation is to move the targeted or hashed area from Apopka High School to Wekiva High School. This will also allow for the entire development to be zoned for the same school. If the rezoning is approved, this is how the zones are going to look. The purple area is Apopka High School and the green area is Wekiva High School. This rezoning will commence in August 2023. There was no community input for these 2 areas. And this concludes the presentation for the Ridge High School part of the targeted rezoning. Dr. Vasquez.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And again, we want to confirm that we have no members of the public wishing to speak to this. I think the only one we have is for the next rezoning. So any members, any discussion? Seeing none, is there a motion?
Move to approve this one.
Thank you. Motion by Member Byrd. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Member Ferrand. All present, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Member Gould?
Sorry, aye.
Thank you. Member Salamanca?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries with all members participating, voting in the affirmative. Dr. Vasquez?
And for our last one,
Yes, Relief School 47 EW4. I would like to orient you with the first map. The colored areas are projected in our geographic database of planned residential projects that are either planned, platting, which means getting ready to start, or underway. 47 EW4 is in Horizon West, which has been the fastest growing area of the district for some time. We have seen a growth of approximately 16,000 students in the past 15 years within Horizon West. 47 EW4 will be our 16th new school built in this area. And this map is split up in 3 areas: North, Central, and South. 47 EW4 is in the north part, positioned between Water Spring Elementary to the south, Panther Lake Elementary to the east, and Hamlin Elementary to the north. Let's look at the north side into the Hamlin zone. The hatched area in the south part of the Hamlin zone is Hawksmoor. North of Hawksmoor will be the location of the Toll Road 516 interchange, which is right here. And looking at the next slide, around the school, we anticipate that the residential construction in the immediate proximity will be completed prior to its opening in 2024. So we're in a unique position where we would want to open the school full or nearly full, knowing that this will be the last rezoning for 47 EW4. However, to the south, Water Spring Elementary will continue to get growth, and we have plans to relieve Water Spring again with an elementary school 126 EW4 in 2027. Option 3 is the advertised option. The red lines are the current elementary zones. The left side of the map is the Lake County line, and the bottom line is Osceola County line. The area in yellow is the proposed new school zone for 47 EW4. Proposed Water Spring Elementary is in purple. Hamlin Elementary is in salmon. And Panther Lake Elementary is in green. For each school, a comment bubble contains information such as permanent program capacity, the proposed number of students residing in the proposed zone, and the projected number of students for 2024 school year when the school opens. For 47 EW4, the proposed resides is 568, and projected enrollment for the 2024 school year is between 770 and 790 students. Water Spring Elementary has a proposed resides of 500 students and enrollment for 2024 school year of 800 to 820 students. Hamlin Elementary has a proposed resides of 485 and projected enrollment for 2024 school year of 710 to 730 students. Panther Lake Elementary has a proposed resides of 758 and projected enrollment for the 2024 school year of 810 to 830 students. The next map shows a zoomed area, and again, the area in yellow is the proposed new school zone for 47 EW4. The next map shows the data for the advertised option. And let me walk you quickly through the table. The first column shows each of the schools' permanent program capacity, which is 799 for each of the schools. The next column shows the enrollment as of February 15, 2022. 791 is the permanent program capacity. The next column shows enrollment as of February 15, 2022, with the percentage of white, black, and other, as well as the percentage of non-Hispanic and Hispanic. The only school open on February 15, 2022 was Water Spring Elementary with an enrollment of 1,290 students, percentage of 82% white, 6% black, and 12% other, and 56 non-Hispanic and 44% Hispanic. The third column shows the current number of students residing. The fourth column shows the proposed number of students and projected number for when the school opens. And the final three columns represent extended demographic information with current and proposed numbers. FARMS stands for Free Introduced Meals, ESE is for Exceptional Education Students, and ELL stands for English Language Learners. And I will give you a moment to review the numbers. And we received community response with support of 12 families and opposed 6. And this concludes my presentation. Dr. Vasquez?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We seek approval to proceed with option 3 for this last rezoning, and I do believe we have one speaker.
Thank you. Let me call on Charles Hassel, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If not, please correct me. Thank you. When you come forward, if you could give, well, I just gave your name, but if you could give your name and the city or zip code that you live in. We're trying not to be too specific, but just so we have a general idea where you're from. And you have 3 minutes, and we're glad to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Charles Hassel. I live in Winter Garden, Florida. I would also recommend you all to consider selecting option 3. Us in the community and the areas that are impacted are in favor of that. On a side note, I also say that while I've got some time, thank you for the schools. We know Horizon West is growing really quick, and there's a lot of schools getting built really fast. We see them coming, and we want to say we appreciate it. We know it just doesn't happen. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and we also appreciate the new schools that are opening on time. I know that's not easy, and the great teachers and principals y'all bringing in, we haven't noticed any drop off in all these new schools that are getting built. And also the great decisions on, keeping our kids safe during hurricanes, the 2 hurricanes that came through. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hassel. Before you walk away, I know, honestly, it's so nice to have somebody come and support something.
Hey, I have the utmost respect for teachers. I'm retired Air Force, 20 years.
Oh, my gosh.
I got a chance to sit in for my son's 3rd grade virtual school. We did it at home, and so I learned how hard it is to be a teacher. Yeah. I also learned how hard it is for 3rd graders to pay attention and to do what they're supposed to do. I couldn't do it, so utmost respect for what you all do and what teachers do.
Thank you, and I can't tell you how much respect we have for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In your service in the Air Force. Let me just take a minute, though. We appreciate you acknowledging the work of our staff to get these schools built and built fast. The real credit goes to our constituents, the public here in Orange County. Their approval time after time of the capital referendum that is coming up in 2 years. Believe I'm right on that? Yes, 2 years. Without that, we would not have these schools. Just plain and simple, we would not have these schools. And many of our older schools that we have been able to renovate, I think all of our older schools have now been renovated. And that is because our public has invested in their students and their children. So to you and everyone else who lives here, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, any discussion by board members? All right, if not, I will call on Member Gould.
I'd like to make a motion to move this option forward for our community, and this is my 14th time doing this.
14th time. Not keeping track, though. No. All right, we have a motion by Member Gould. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Chair. All present voting in the affirmative, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And Member Gould, we know how you're voting, but nonetheless.
Aye.
Wonderful. And do we still have Member Salamanca on the line?
Yes, I'm here. Aye.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I thought you had a time constraint, but I'm glad you were able to stay with us to the end. This motion carries with all members participating voting in favor. Superintendent, do we have any further business to come before the board?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, I want to take a moment to congratulate our 2 newest board members for their first public hearing. And I hope you will keep up the good work. This is the shortest meeting we have ever had.
I'm loving it. I'll soak it in. For all it's worth.
And you know what? Get out of here fast, Member Ferrant, so that you can get to your son's event.
Yes,
Right?
that sounds
awesome.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you
All
so
right. With
much.
that, the meeting is now adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you all.